What's poppin'? Hi, Rev. Hi, Al. Guys, I got the sun. It's like when Joe used to pick a table and pick this table with a kid holding a magnifying. I feel like I am because some kid is holding a magnifying glass to my eyeball. Hi, Paul. Hi, Ambrose. Hi, Seashell Sells She Sells down by the seashore. Hi, David Young. What's poppin'? Oh, it's a big show today. Big. It's going to be a huge show today. You don't want to miss it. By the way, before we get into it too deep, I got 600 kids out here wilding out. Hi, Treaton. Hi, RJ. Thomasina's here 2 days in a row. I keep notes. I get home, I say, hey, why wasn't Thomasina there? And Rev's like, I don't know. I think he's in jail. I'm not sure. I mean, Nyan was in jail all last week, so I'm not judging him. So there's kids out here wilding out, so it's very loud. And if you guys can't hear me, I brought the microphones along today. Rev, I also brought the back phone. So if it gets bad, just call me, and I'll hook up the old microphone check 1 2 1 2. We got some viewer mail to get to. First, let me get my thumbnail out of the way because I always have to put the thumbnail later and I can never find it. Viewer mail. I really want to be an old man who likes kids. I hate all their guts. These over here, they're throwing bottles at each other, yelling, disrespecting the girls. I just think if there was like an old, elderly person out here, they would not enjoy their time out here with the kids. I'm going to use a word I've never used before. I'm going to call them douchebags. Oh wait, I have used that. I have. No, I want kids to have fun, but there's elderly people out here. They're yelling, S my D, suck my D. Right next to, there's old ladies at a table and he's yelling at his homie right next to her. Where's his parents? Viewer mail. Treaton says, Bob, please don't have James the nerd back on the show. Well, Treaton, I'm sorry you feel that way. But I think everybody else enjoyed it. Nyan says, Bob, James is shit. I don't understand. Oh, Tammany wrote in, and Tammany's always sweet. Bob, I have started a class action lawsuit against you for having James the nerd on your show. He is shit. Guys, what did James ever do to you? Alfred Cluse is probably the nicest guy in the world, so I know he said something nice. Bob, if you ever have James the nerd on your show again, I will fly in from Canada and I will cut you. Alfred, that's a little low. I'm not going to lie, that's a little low. I think it's time that we do what I said I'd do yesterday. Before we start the show, first and foremost, it's time for a Boogie Bob song that you have probably never heard before. Well, I know you haven't, but I think you're gonna like this one. There are some curse words in this one, so turn up your microphones and enjoy I'm Gone by Boogie Bob, aka DJ Pimp.
Here comes the pimp on the microphone, coming correct with a deck to your neck and your collarbone. Don't holler home, nothing don't save you from the fucking whooping that a pimp just gave you. Slave to behavior, Criminal minded, I'm blinded, rewind that. Maybe did it find that? Never mind that, it don't take long to remain strong. So pass the bong, it's on the dawn of hip hop. Non-stop, flip-flop, I mop cops at the donut shop. You don't stop, yes, I make it happen. Rap, clap, and trap, and trip, flip, and pistol whip, son, what happened? Better than ever, 4 levels and 7 suckers in the minute. Because I'm in it to win it, and my style's infinite. I said it, I'm in it. You come show with my cash, get your forehead dented, you bitch.
There will be a quiz later, so I want you all to take notes. Kathy, I need you to learn this song frontwards and backwards. Verse 2.
Pass the cash or I'll blast your ass and dash. Pass the hash and I'll bash your back some ash. Pass the dough and oh yo, pass your hoe. Give up the keys because I'm headed to the liquor store. I'll get a 40 and I'll fuck your shorty. I'm not trench, but by nature I'm naughty. Lottie-dottie, pop goes to shoddy. Now them hoes at the party got some hoes in their body. Cause I'm a straight killer and my style is dope. I got your jealous ass hater turning green like scope. I hope you understand that my plan is jam. I'm gonna pop your top like a popper, top of spam. Keep it real when I do my thing. I let my nuts hang so you bitches can swing. So swing to the left, swing to the right. It's DJ Pimp on the motherfucking mic tonight, bitch. I cannot stop it, G. I'm robbing bitches, taking all of their property. I rob them properly and never sloppily. Maybe the fucking member, yo, you'll never see no pop with me. You're like Monopoly, you're probably getting played. Sprayed with a motherfucking thirst like Gatorade. I pray you played and stayed too long. Remain strong, someone pass the bong, it's on. You see the mastodon, he got blasted on. Now the bastard's gone, he's extinct like a mastodon. Ask his mom to pass the bong, and I'ma hit that shit till I get lit like Cheech and Chong. Sing the song, ring the gong, motherfucker, cause it's on till dawn, I'm gone. And ain't nobody wanna say my name is DJ Pimp, motherfucker, that's my claim to fame, cause I'm gone.
That, my friends, was to celebrate the fact that I am now in the 2000 Club. I'm in the 2000 Club. I went from 8,000 to 0. And with the huge help of Rev and all of you, I'm now rocking $2,000. I am the biggest small YouTuber in New York. I have the best community in New York, and I'm very, very proud to have you. That song was fire. I made the music, the scratching, I recorded it. I spit some hot-ass bars. Now you see why I'm the biggest small YouTuber on the planet. By the way, I'm not lying when I say it's 185 degrees out. The tree beside me just caught on fire. And there's sun going right in here. I gotta do my news sideways. Shall we proceed? I wish I could read the comments so I could see how many people. Oh, Nyan says, Bob, your music is shit. Well, that's just your opinion. Nobody else would say. Tammany says, Bob, get a day job. Wow. Now, I know Rev has my back. Bob, that sounded like chalk on a chalkboard, but worse. I don't understand it. Now, Valerie loves me, and I know Valerie would, Bob, my cat just jumped out the window. I apologize. I thought that you guys would enjoy listening to some Boogie Bob that's been sitting in the shoebox for 40 years. I was wrong. This guy, I've always said this is one of the biggest creeps in all of Congress. Do you remember when he got voted in as Speaker of the House? The first vote. We vote nay. Oh, I guess that's it. No. I'm going to run. You can keep running over and over and over. He ran 11 times. On the 11th time, he's sitting there begging people, please let me be your Speaker of the House. I'll give you blowjobs. They finally, his whole caucus. I had a caucus back in college. All the kids left, by the way. His whole caucus made deals with him. Okay, I'll vote for you for Speaker next time on your 11th time, but you have to give me your firstborn son and your Cadillac. I'll do it! He gave away everything he had. So yesterday the vote came down, 8 people, 8 Republicans. It's the first time in the history of Earth that any party has ever kicked out their own Speaker of the House. He gone. He called me today. He'll be working coat check for me at the new Planet Hollywood on Thursday. So I'm happy to have him. McCarthy. Hey, you want to see what's weird? Look at this. Here's the newspaper, and look at this. They never knew this. This is an advertisement. Somebody spent a lot of money. They said, hey, Realtor.com said, let's put an ad right on the front page of the Post. Now, most newspapers are going to be like, no, we're journalistic. I got to put a damn... Tomorrow is the McRib. The McRib is coming. I want to thank everybody who sent me that. Classic J Live sent it to me. Rev sent it to me. I think Alfred Cluse. Yes, the McRib is coming back. Remember last year they said, oh, it's gone forever. Remember when I cried and almost killed myself 6 times last year? They said it's gone forever. Package. November. Remember, I always take at least 2 months off when the McRib comes back. I have to focus. The Great Lawn. Hey, Rev, how's my microphone check? 1 2 1 2. We good? Got the thing with the bottom and on the news. The guy said he would go to the thing. Rev says I'm good. Thank you. The Great Lawn in New York City. It's one of the, I wouldn't call it a tourist attraction so much as a staple. People about all over the world know the Great Lawn. I mean, here you have this huge metropolis of skyscrapers and the concrete jungle, and then you have this massive Great Lawn. That's where I saw Pavarotti when I first moved to New York. I saw Don McLean drive the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. I saw Billy Joel. I saw a guy whacking off behind a tree. Does that count? I don't know if that counts or not, but it was a lot of fun. I was so disgusted. After 6 hours, I told him, stop it, sir. You better stop it. When my battery died from filming him, I was over it. The Great Lawn is a huge part of New York Central Park. It's gone. They had a huge event there for global citizens. It's a concert. They had a huge concert, but it was raining. They've had concerts there, Run DMC. Who else was huge that was there? A lot of concerts. I took you to one when I first started YouTube, and I couldn't get in. About 45 groups. Diana Ross performed there in the rain. It's a huge, huge thing to do the Great Lawn. Well, because it was raining, torrential rain, and there was a couple 100,000 people there, when they walked out, they stomped, the lawn is gone. The lawn is gone, baby. Shit, did I bring glasses? Ooh, I did. What's happening, everybody? Look at my bags under my eyes. Looks like I got alligator luggage under my eyes. I can see, oh my God, I can see clearly now. Hi, Tammany. Hi, Nightbot. Screw you, Nightbot. Hi, Carrie. Carrie's here. Why didn't anybody tell me Carrie was here? Carrie likes it when I cock my hat sideways. I didn't know, Carrie. I apologize. So, a chunk of the Great Lawn in Central Park was so damaged during last month's rain-soaked Global Citizens Festival that the beloved green space had to close for the whole season. You understand there are people who get off work or get up in the morning or go out and just want to lay out there on the Great Lawn. I like to walk across it filming as all the ladies relax and enjoy. And I stalk them on the... Anyways, it's gone. As a result, 12 acres. 12 acres. You know what an acre in New York City is worth? 12 acres of the public green space will be unavailable to the New Yorkers until 2024. I mean, it's grass. You replant it. But right now, if you wanted to go lay in the Great Lawn right now, you'd just be laying in dirt. Look at this little angel. New York City's beachy keen. Everybody's still at the beach. That's sand in Manhattan. Actual sand in Manhattan. I bet you there's been 300 YouTubers there already. New beach chairs, 1,200 tons of sand are drawing many fans like this 8-year-old Dorothy Ruth Hayes at Gansevoort Peninsula in the Hudson River Park. I'm not going. If I wanted to see a bunch of sand, I would go to Chucky's Litter Box. The guy weighs about 165 pounds right now. I don't know what the hell happened. The doctor gave him 1% chance of living. Sir, you should put him to sleep. He's never going to make it. Well, he's made it. They didn't tell me that he was going to be eating $700 worth of food a day. Chucky only likes filet mignon. Alright. I don't got that thing. I don't know how it's 180 degrees and windy at the same time. It feels like there's a blow dryer on my neck right now. Alright, Trump-eyed proposed I just don't think it can get worse in my life. Republican Troy Nehls, he's a Republican out of Texas. He indicated Tuesday that he will nominate former President Donald Trump as the new Speaker of the House. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Double migrants, I'm not doing the migrants. I pray for the migrants. Heavenly Father, please wrap your arms around every man, woman, and child that is looking for a better life, no matter where they are or where they're headed. I would love that. Of course, this is the Post, so they're going to show you a shocking sidewalk murder. We're going to start here at picture 1 and work our way around to picture 2. There's a guy, he's walking. There's a couple on the bench. Oh boy. There is the poor guy in the altercation. He is now laying on the ground. This, I believe this is your killer right here. It's a random bus stop. So this couple, Ryan Carson, and by the way, here is the beautiful couple. Ryan Carson and his girlfriend Claudia sit on a B-38 bus in Lafayette Avenue and Malcolm X Boulevard in Bedford-Stuyvesant just before 4 a.m. The pair then start walking down the street. Ahead of them, a man kicks at parked scooters. The man's actually in the video kicking parked scooters. The aggressive man turns back at Carson yelling, what the F are you looking at? Carson maneuvers himself between him and his lady. What a hero. What a man. He didn't use her as a shield. He got in between the madman and his girlfriend. The man then advances on Carson, crying, "I'll kill you." Carson says, "Chill." This is without the knife. This is exactly what happened to me, where you're walking down the street, you run into the wrong guy. He pulls a knife, he lunges at Carson, who tries to flee but falls over the bus stop bench. Carson is fatally stabbed by the man, who then turns on Carson's girlfriend, kicks the down man's body, and storms away. The man has an afro. You can see him here. I pray to God that they catch him, because he's going to kill someone else. It just doesn't get much more tragic than that. They're out together, they're in love. And there's a thing down here that says, "A final love note left behind." Ryan Carson's girlfriend, Claudia, shared a heart-wrenching note she found written in his phone after he was murdered. He wrote, "When you get down to it, all I want is to love Claudia more than she's ever been loved in life, which is frankly all she's ever deserved." Her boyfriend is horribly murdered, and she finds this beautiful note. When you get right, I hope she didn't find anything bad in his phone. I think it's beautiful that she found this love note. You don't want to go through my phone. Very tragic and sad. I feel horrible. Two lovebirds out for a walk, coming home from wherever they're coming home from, and they run into a piece of shit. Good old Ivanka. I think if you were to take a poll, Ivanka would be probably the most liked of the Trump children. Maybe Barron, Tiffany. It ain't gonna be Don Jr., and if you're the hell ain't gonna be the crazy one. What's his name? Eric. Ivanka is now being scrutinized. She inflated the price. Now, guys, I don't blame the kids. They learned this from Daddy. He was convicted of inflating over $3.2 billion worth of assets. Ivanka, the value of Ivanka Trump's Park Avenue penthouse came under scrutiny this week during testimony at the $250 million civil fraud case. That's what they're charging Donald Trump for. You guys, this is a witch hunt. They're doing it for me. I'm standing up for you. Donald Trump's standing up for me. They're coming to persecute me in my apartment. But Donald Trump is taking it. Well, she's being scrutinized for saying that her apartment was this much money, $8.5 million more than what it was worth. What they do is they say this Coca-Cola is worth $8, and then I want to take a loan on it for $8. Well, the Coke's only worth $1, so you can't take an $8 loan on a $1 Coke. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Donald Trump was hit with a gag order. Can you believe it? Now, he can go to jail if he breaks the gag order. How many people think he's going to break the gag order? The judge says, Donald Trump, if you speak out against this court, you will go to jail. And Donald Trump says, you're an idiot. The Manhattan judge deciding the $250 million civil fraud case against Donald Trump muzzled and sharply rebuked the former president Tuesday for social media posts in which he took aim at the court clerk. Now he's going, one of the most powerful men in the world is now going after court clerks. Whether you like him or not, you agree with his politics or not, let's say you're the biggest Trump fan on the planet, God bless you. Do you really think that he should be sitting here talking about a court clerk? Well, I gotta tell you, it's disgusting what the court's doing. Court clerk Jerry Jones. That little court clerk. He ain't hurt nobody. He filed the paperwork and did his job, and I think he should be killed. It's absolutely horrible what he did. Words have power. And I'm telling you right now, if he ever went on and said, Boogie Bob is a horrible, horrible person, he lives in Hell's Kitchen, right on 48th Street, I think he should be killed. They would be lining up to kill him. You understand that? He shouldn't do that. This is probably the most sickening thing he's ever done, and there's a whole list. He's here, this is what he posted. It's a picture of him and Christ in court together. Because he's such a Christian. 2 Corinthians walked into a bar. Holy moly, Donald Trump posted on social media this skillful, it's a beautiful picture by the way, but bizarre sketch by a fan who believes Jesus is standing next to the president. I did enough. Kourtney Kardashian. I don't know what she's doing. That's Elvira or one of them. If you have her phone number, I don't want it. It's the first on the Boogie Bob show. I'm blocking her. If she calls, I'm blocking her. Okay. So I'm watching. I get in the wormhole sometimes. I go down, you start watching Instagram, you're on there 8 hours deep into this video leads you to that video, and the next video leads you to there's a guy, I think he's from Flint, Michigan. His name is Boopak, not Tupac, Boo, B-O-O, Boopak Shakur. He is a predator hunter. There are these guys who will start a web page, an Instagram page, pretending to be a 12-year-old girl, and they'll just say, hi, I'm Susie, and then idiots get in her inbox. And then he has a friend who looks real young, she poses as some pictures, and then they sit there and wait, and old men get in their inboxes and try to holler at them, and then he says to them after they whack off and send pictures and how they want to molest her and all this, he says, let's meet at Walmart. My mom and dad are out of town, let's meet at Walmart, whatever it is. So they end up going to meet, and then he jumps out, and he's from Predator Catchers. I'm from Predator Catchers, that's what they say. So with that said, hold on guys, I'm going through here. Look at how big my face was. There's a lot of those predator catcher shows out there, and they, they go up, they say, they're at Walmart, sir, they'll walk up and they'll say, Danny! And Danny will turn around and go, I'm not a girl, Danny. Now don't run out of here. They got their camera on it. Or I'll yell, guys, he's here to meet a 14-year-old. Then the guy stops and wants to talk. Now he'll talk. They're horrible. Well, Boopak Shakur, he takes a knife and stabs their tires. Threatens to kill him, punches him in the face. Brother from Michigan. So he has a huge following. Because he doesn't do like the other predator catchers. He really seems to care about protecting children, which I support 100%. But you can't go up and punch people in the face and stab their tires. Well, that's what he did. Well, last night he did it to the wrong guy. He went up, caught his predator at Denny's or somewhere, started yelling out, you're a predator, you're a predator. The guy shot and killed him. Boopak Shakur was shot and killed last night confronting an alleged, by the way, they're alleged predators. They were never convicted in court, so you have to be careful what you say about people. He ran up and started yelling that thing he does, and I've said for a long time, these predator catchers, a lot of them take their lives in their hands. Boopak Shakur, you can Google it, B-O-O-P-A, Boopak. Tennessee dad of 3 slain by a career criminal. I hate to see that. A prominent, this is a different story. A prominent Tennessee businessman was shot dead by a man with 66 prior arrests. Why is that man out? Christopher Wright, 38, was gunned down in Chattanooga Thursday night. He was going to meet up with a fellow Baylor alumni when he got into an argument with Darrell Roberts, a career criminal known as Too Tall. So, of course, it's caught on surveillance video. The father of 3, including an 8-week-old baby boy, was shot and killed. Today I'm not doing nothing about Taylor Swift. I'm not doing it. I do have a bumblebee flying around, landing on my back and on my neck and on my, so if I'm jittery, it's not the crack rocks, it's just a bumblebee. I think we're going to have a very short news channel today. Hey, remember I said the guy kidnapped the 9-year-old girl? Here he is. There's a real winner for you. Ladies, I hear he's single. Where is he? There he is. There he is. A huge shout out to the New York City, New York State Police, the FBI, all the volunteers. The girl was abducted in an upstate park. This is where the guy's insane. Listen to this. She was 9 years old, abducted from a loop, which is a little bicycle trail at the Morrow Lake State Park. After she was abducted, as many as 400 people are out there looking for her, yelling for her. They found her bicycle. She's nowhere to be seen. Of course, it's a 9-year-old girl. You're thinking the worst possible thing. Did she get caught by a bear? Did she fall off a cliff? Is she hiding? She's lost, disoriented, or did someone grab her? Then, that was at 6:15 p.m. 10 hours later, at 4:30 a.m., the suspect dropped off a ransom note at the family home. He found out, must have asked her where she lived, at the family home. The cops later linked a fingerprint taken from the note to Craig Ross Jr. His dad must be proud. 47 years old, who had been arrested for DWI back in 1999. They're going to really put a drunk driving out there. Monday at 6:30 p.m., exactly 12 hours after being kidnapped, she was found inside of a cabinet in the suspect's trailer. Now, it's a very, very compelling story, but I'm not going to read it to you. You get the gist. I just say thank you, Lord, for rescuing this angel. Thank you for all her guardian angels who swooped around and were able to win one, because usually they don't win one. Usually I'd be reading a story about her body found somewhere, and if the cops didn't get her when they did, her body would have found. And we still don't know any of the horrific details of what probably happened to her. Remember the guy who beat up the elderly woman with a cane? He beat her horribly. Here he is, Mr. Tough Guy. He's now saying, can you believe this? He beat the disabled woman. He's crying it was self-defense. He beat an elderly woman with a cane, and he's saying it's self-defense. Here he is beating her with the cane. You can see she's on the ground. You can see him fearing for his life as he pounds this woman in self-defense. Norton Blake, I like his name, at his arraignment Monday night was caught on video beating Laurel Reynolds, 60-year-old woman. He claims the walker user, she's using a walker. He's beating a woman on a walker. Attacked him first, and he was only defending himself as he hit her 66 times while she laid on her back. Bus driver, 78. Now, guys, I don't know. I think you're still very capable at 78. Should you be a bus driver at 78? Nothing better than a really hot-ass soda. What do you guys think? Get in the comments, guys. Do you want a 78-year-old person driving the bus you're on? Brooklyn born. Hi, Brooke. A 70-year-old Florida student pulling up to his high school on his bicycle was fatally struck by a 78-year-old woman driving a bus. Sherman Vanoy was pedaling near the entrance of his high school in Claremont, Mineola, when he was struck. I think it's in Orlando. The teen was on a marked crosswalk. So the teen was doing all the right things. At an intersection when the driver struck him as she tried to make a turn to enter the school parking lot. I'm a huge supporter of the elderly, and I think if you can work when you're 78, that's amazing. You gotta pay rent, you gotta eat, you gotta buy cat food. But I question whether a 78-year-old should be driving a school bus full of children. And again, I'm not being ageist at all. J-Lo. God, it's hot out here. J-Lo looking pretty in pink. Grand Theft Oakland. That's where I'm from. I'm a Bay Area boy. It's the nexus of car break-ins. So if you don't know, they call BIP. I got BIP. 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 They have these gloves that they can buy on the internet or whatever. Like if I wanted to break this window right here, I really couldn't break that window. I'd throw rocks at it or maybe a chair through it. It'd take a while. It's not like you see in the movies where Arnold Schwarzenegger walks up and breaks a window. They have these gloves that they walk up and all they do is they touch their hand and a little button or something on there and they shatter. The windows shatter. And they walk up, they have a car, there's 3 or 4 of them in a car, they pull up, they jump out, they look in the back of the car, they go, they shatter your window, and they grab the backpacks. Anybody who's in shopping anywhere has got their backpack. Most people put their luggage in the trunk. So they break the back window and pull the lever so the trunk pops open and they steal it. This is, if you want to see, just type in Oakland thefts. There are tens of thousands of them a week. It's thieves' paradise. A shopping center just blocks away from Oakland, California, bustling International Airport has become the hotbed for car break-ins. With the brazen smash and grab bandits targeting as many as 10 vehicles in an hour. A man is missing after a shark attack. Oh boy. If you're missing after a shark attack, I doubt you're swimming around out there safe. A swimmer is missing near California's Bay Area. We have great whites right in the San Francisco Bay. Great white shark. after he was attacked by a shark while traveling for a wedding celebration. The swimmer, a 52-year-old man, was reported pulled underwater after being attacked by a shark near the remote area called Wildcat Beach in the southern end of Point Reyes National Park around 10:30 a.m. While the rescue mission continues on the ground, the search within the frigid waters for the missing man was called off. God bless him. Boy, 11 years old. When I was an 11-year-old boy, I was playing with Barbie dolls. My friends were playing with G.I. Joes. I was, what, are you crazy?
Yes.
Mommy, I don't know why, but I tingle when I play with this Barbie doll.
I'm sorry.
A Florida child, 11 years old. Rev, why is it always Florida? Has been charged with shooting 2 of his 13-year-old teammates. The video has gone viral. I certainly won't play it here. But an 11-year-old boy starts shooting at his football team. He's shooting at him. A Florida child, 11, has been charged with shooting 2 of his 13-year-old teammates after a fight broke out over food during a football practice, and his mother could face charges for leaving the firearm unsecured. If you are a parent, I've said this for years, I don't believe in banning guns, but I do believe in arresting people who don't follow the rules. And you're a mom and you leave your gun on your dresser or in your sock drawer, that gun should be in a safe, locked with a combination or a trigger guard. You cannot leave your gun in a glove box. We just talked about all those kids robbing all those cars. What if everybody left a gun in their glove box? Every kid would have a gun on the street. The mother should be arrested if she was found to be negligent. During the fight, the young man allegedly fetched a gun from his mother's car, fired off one shot that hit 2 players.
Oh, where does this door open at?
Which one?
This one.
Right here. The front door's right.
Yeah, the door is not open.
Yeah, I think they're closed today. They might be closed. I think she's very intelligent. Where does this door open at? They're closed. I don't know why they'd be closed today. I hope they didn't go out of business already. He shot 2 kids with 1 bullet. I give him an A for effort. I apologize. I should not have said that. He's very frugal with his bullets. Chris Rock said if you made bullets $5,000 each, there'd be no more drive-bys. People are like, there goes Tony, I'm going to shoot him. No, don't. That's going to cost you $3,000. Don't do it. He fired 1 shot that hit 2 players. The babyface alleged shooter was slapped with the charge of attempted second-degree murder. The youngster, who hasn't been publicly identified, is accused of opening fire on teammates after food was slapped out of his hands. Now, I understand that. It's called disrespect. I think 11's a little too young to be shooting at people. I don't think anyone should shoot at anyone. They said they got him for second-degree attempted murder. Now, if he shot them in the feet, it would be like an assault. Did you know that in Turkey, where I grew up, in prison, you can stab people below the waist. It is not considered attempted murder. So they go around, they stab each other in the ass all the time. At night, too. That's a different story. But they actually stab each other. Here comes Jimmy. Give me the knife. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Stab each other in the ass. Can't be rearrested for assault with a deadly weapon because they're a little weird over there. I don't know what that is. Can you imagine having a school? All of us have been to school, most of us. you imagine having a school where every student is on their phone all day? Hi Purple, how are you? Hi Treaton, hi Rev. You go to school, Jimmy, how many eggs does a thing? If I'm going 60 miles an hour on a train and I have to be in Chattanooga by 5, how long does it take? Jimmy, are you looking up the answer? No, I'm on YouTube. The guy just got a new pet snake. He should be banned from school. All the bodegas, all the little corner delis in my neighborhood, because you can't have phones in school. So what they do is all the kids at 7 in the morning go to the bodega. Instead of ordering a sandwich, did I just see Super Poker Guy in there? I did. It went up, but I'm sure I saw it somewhere. Super Pokey Guy, what's poppin'? How are you? So they take their phones and they take them to the bodega, and the bodega puts them in plastic sandwich bags with a number, almost like coat check. And they end up going to school, and then at the end of the day they come back, they pay $2 or whatever it is, and they get their phone back. Now, I did an Elton John concert one time, and he absolutely forbid having phones in there. It was 2,000 people. So all 2,000 people had to check their phones with my company. And it was a nightmare, bro. You've got hundreds and hundreds of little phones. And you put a coat check ticket, you tape it to it, so that's fine. But then you got to put them all in order. Oh. Elton John didn't want no phones at that concert. A bust has been made in the McDonald's Unhappy Meal hot chocolate attack, hot coffee attack. People have been sued for being burnt with the coffee at McDonald's. There was a famous Seinfeld episode where Kramer spilled coffee on his crotch. People have been sued for the hot coffee thing. A Florida man, it's always Florida, has been arrested for allegedly splashing a McDonald's manager with hot coffee after flying into a rage over the cost of his breakfast. Hi, I'd like an Egg McMuffin and a pancake, please. Here you are, sir. It's $3.85. $3.85? I buy it all the time. It's $2.76 down the street. Whoop. Coffee. Eliza Ravilo, 64 years old, turned himself in Monday after he was booked into jail on felony battery charges stemming from the August 25 meltdown. Ravello told investigators he got into an argument over the amount he was being charged. Shift manager Nayab Garcia told the news that the feud was over a penny. 1 penny. Hi, sir, that'll be $6.76. $6.76! Supposed to be $6.75. Security 1 penny, and ended with the colleague suffering third-degree burns. Security forces footage show a man in the driver's seat of the car, later identified as Ravioli, having words with a female employee through a drive-through window, the old drive-through. When the woman hands the man a coffee, he slaps it away and splashes it in her face. Did you guys see the video of the lady last week? A guy went to my favorite place, which is, well, there's a whole bunch, but they don't have them here. But if I go to California, first stop when I get off the airplane, Jack in the Box. Now, you that live out there and have Jack in the Boxes by you, you're taken for granted. You selfish sons of bitches. Not having Jack in the Box, it's a nightmare. I think most of my depression falls upon not having Jack in the Box. But a lady at a manager at a drive-thru with Jack in the Box the other day, the guy pulled up and he was mad because he didn't get his curly fries. A lot of times you give him the curly fries and they're in the car, you hand it through the window, They'll pull it out when you're not looking. I say, I didn't get no curly fries. You're like, sir, I put them in there. You put them in your glove box. Sir, they were fighting over curly fries. He throws a bunch of ice in her face. The lady working in, I can't make this up, working in Jack in the Box, pulls out a gun, reaches out the window and starts shooting the guy's truck up with bullet holes. He was not killed, thank God. Thank God. I think it's time. I think we wasted enough time lollygagging. I'm only picking the first 4. And Rev, I'm going to need you to assist me on this because I'll forget who the first 4 were. If you have a astroscope, an astrological sign in mind, put it up now and I'm going to read 4 of them. I see Sagittarius, Virgo, Leo. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Sag, Virgo, Leo, and Aquarius. That's it. Sag, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius. I'm going to forget them. Sag, Virgo, Leo, and Aquarius. All right, I got them. I didn't bring a pen today. Sagittarius. Get out and about and show your face to the world. Cosmic activity in and around your friendship area of your chart means that people that you meet will be socializing and will move to be open to your suggestions. So suggest something that's fun. That sounds a little sexual, to be honest. Aquarius. We're in the dawning of the age of... I haven't had any bugs crawling on me today. I think it's because it's too hot. The bugs are like, yo, it's hot out here. Aquarius, your heart will definitely rule your head today, which may come as a surprise to those people who thought that you were lacking in empathy. Yes, it sometimes seems that if you possess a computer-like mind, but you also have feelings like everyone else. You're just like a regular person. Leo. Yes, you have been struggling to reach your true potential, but the good news is you're about to enter a brief but intense phase of activity that is designed to bring out the best in you. And your best is way above the best that your rivals can offer. Get off me, bro. Virgo. No matter how much you enjoy what you are doing at the moment, you must not push yourself too hard. The planets warn you may not be as physically robust as you like to believe. So be kinder to your body between now and the weekend. It's time that we do our birthdays. Let us see whose birthday it is today. Hello. Today is October 4th in the year of our Lord, 2023, I think. Okay, I don't know any of these people. Alicia Silverstone, I used to love her, from Clueless. Other things as well. I don't know any of these people. This night, Little Mama. Little Mama was one of the best female rappers in the game. She was straight out of Brooklyn. Great, great rapper. One of her big songs was My Lip Gloss is Poppin'. Then one day she threw it all away. Huge rapper. Great rapper. Super cute. Videos all over MTV. Getting movie roles. She had the world by the tail. I don't know what that means. So what did she do? What did she do to lose her career? Drugs? Scandal? Sexual trysts with a YouTuber from Hell's Kitchen? No. Unfortunately, no, no, and no. What did she do? She was at I think it was the MTV Music Awards. There was a performance, which you never get, from Jay-Z. The billionaire. Jay-Z comes out and he does a song with who? Alicia Keys from Hell's Kitchen. They have that song, New York. I'm from New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. These streets will inspire you. They were doing that song live. Little Mama, I'm trying to show you a picture here. Hold on a second. Little Mama was in the front row, sitting next to Beyonce, the Queen Bee herself. Jay-Z and Alicia Keys are on stage killing it. Little Mama stands up in the audience, grabs Beyonce's hand and tries to drag her on stage. Beyonce's like, no, don't go. Little Mama's like, I'm going. Little Mama walked up out of the crowd onto the stage while Jay-Z, the billionaire, biggest celebrity rapper guy in the music business who doesn't do, he's like, how are you? He just doesn't do those live things. She walks up on stage while Jay-Z and Alicia Keys are getting ready to take their bow at the end, and she does this. She literally goes up and ruins their moment, stands there next to him. Because she's from Brooklyn, he's from Brooklyn, she's feeling the love. Anyways, she was ridiculed. She lost her entire career over this crazy, idiotic move. She jumped on stage with two of the biggest stars on the planet. And I think you guys think that people just show up, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys just show up, and they go, okay, let's do the show. No, they spend weeks and weeks on where to stand, what outfit to wear, the lighting has to be here, the music will come in here, and everything's choreographed to make it the best performance ever. So to have some creep run up and ruin your shit is amazing. And anyway, she destroyed her whole career. I like her very much. Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon is it's her birthday today. 77-year-old Susan Sarandon. You go ahead, girl. Happy birthday. Where was she born? New York City. She's also a Libra. She's a Libra. I'm just going around the Rutherford B. Hayes. Can you imagine? Hi, what's your name? I'm Jim. I'm Steve. I'm Rutherford. Rutherford B. Hayes died in 1893. He was a Libra as well. He was the 19th president. 19th president. Donald Trump has spoken out saying that him and Hillary are the reason that the America... Russell Simmons. Now, Russell Simmons was my idol. I say was. Russell Simmons is the big brother of Ron from Run DMC. He is this building here was his Def Jam. He launched the careers of Public Enemy, LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, too many to count. He became a very, 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 very wealthy man. He also is the sexual abuser of women. So I have his autographed book. There's a video somewhere where I throw his book in the garbage because I cannot support you and will not support you if you are the abuser of anyone, especially women. So screw you, Russell Simmons. Do so much to work your way out of Queens with nothing to become one of the biggest in the world. Fat farm, he owned so much, and then for him to do that to several women that trusted him. Christopher, I never know how to say his name, Waltz. You know him from Django. He's also in lots of movies. Inglourious Bastards. Phenomenal actor. Liev Schreiber, another great actor. Charlton Heston. You can have my guns when you pry them from my cold, dead hands. lived his life as a hero to so many and then died an absolute Giuliani. His biggest line from a movie was Planet of the Apes. The very end of Planet of the Apes, first of all, these astronauts go up in space at the beginning, and they have this was in the 60s, guys, and their rocket crashes onto this planet. And the thing different about this planet is the apes are in control. The apes talk. He has a horrible neck injury, so he can't talk. But the apes talk. And the apes wear clothes. And they capture all the people that are hiding out in the jungle, and they all wear loincloths, and they're all just nothing animals. So they capture him. He can't tell them, hey, I speak, I'm proper, because he has to think. Finally, at the end, he says, get your hands off me, you stinking ape. And all the apes are like, oh, wait a minute, he talks? What the hell? Because they didn't think humans could talk. At the very end of the movie, he gets this beautiful girl. They're on a horse, and they're riding down the beach. He's escaped. He's escaped from the apes. He's the man. He's riding down the beach, beautiful woman on his back, Raquel Welch looking lady. And then he looks, and he has this horrible look of terror and despair on his face. And he gets off the horse, and he kneels down in the sand, and he screams at the heavens, you bastards, you blew it all to hell, you blew it all to hell. And you're like, what the hell's he talking about? And you look up, and there's the Statue of Liberty, burnt. He was on Earth the whole time. He was in the future. He wasn't on some crazy planet where the apes ruled. He was on a planet where humans had been killed off many years ago by nuclear war. Charlton Heston became an icon and one of the biggest stars in the world after that portrayal. You blew it all to hell. All right. I spent an hour and a half just on him. I don't know if I have time for anybody else. I don't know if there's anybody else in here worth talking about. I don't see any names I recognize. Ilhan Omar. She's one of the four, the women, the AOC and the other two, who the Republicans hate more than anything in the world. Ted Cruz, what do you hate more, cancer or Ilhan more? Her. I hate her. I'm just scrolling through here. Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon is the wife. Poor thing. The wife of Vince McMahon, the owner of wrestling, WWE. Abyss was a wrestler. There's a whole lot of names here, guys. I'm sorry that I'm dragging the show down. A lot of times I blame Ambrose. Armando Santi. I have a great story on Armando Santi. You know him from plenty of movies. He was in Oscar, a whole bunch of movies. He's at Planet Hollywood, and I used to have a thing where I didn't want autographs or selfies. I would slap someone on the back. I'd walk by and say, hey man, how's it going? I've slapped backs on everybody from the damn Pope, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, it didn't matter. Walk by. You walk past them. Their back is to you. You don't walk up and tap them and say, hey, can I get a... Everybody does that. You walk by. As you're walking by, you put your hand on their back. Doesn't matter who it is. I've done it to Kanye. Hundreds. I did it to Armando Santi. I was a big shot at Planet Hollywood. We had a huge party. Hundreds of celebrities. It's a small venue downstairs where the movie theater is. At a private screening room where someone had a new movie, like Stallone had a new movie coming out, we'd see the movie called a screener for all his friends. And Armando Santi comes walking by. I did the back slap, and he did. It only happened to me twice. It happened to me with him, and it happened to me with Woody. What's his face? Woody Allen. So Armando Santi walked by, slapped him on the back. Hey, Armando! And he goes, dude, He literally did this. Today's show, I don't got the thing. I apologize. Nobody gives a shit about Armand Asante freezing like a deer in the headlights when I slapped him on the back. Jackie Collins, I just saw a special documentary on her. She is the sister of the other one, Collins, the diva. Jackie Collins, very, very, very famous writer. She wrote about 100 books, all the love romance novels. She did her books and her book tours up until about the day she died of severe cancer. Bless her heart. Anne Rice. Anne Rice is a novelist who wrote Dracula, a bunch of other crap. I'm sorry, guys. This is not a good look. It's very hard to see with the sun shining like that. And it just seems like the names just keep going. I can't... It's hundreds and hundreds of names. Alright, now we'll do famous deaths and we'll get out of here. I'll spare you all a prolonged agony. Famous deaths. I want to say thanks for anyone who's even sticking it out. I mean, what are you, crazy? What's today, the 4th? 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. I used to have a CB radio. I would try to talk to truckers from my bedroom. Breaker 19, Breaker 19. You've got the, I was a Canadian Goose. You've got the Canadian Goose here. What's your handle? You hear some trucker driving down the internet. Hey there, Canadian Goose. This is the big mustache. What you wearing, Canadian Goose? I'm like 11. I'm like, huh? What you wearing there, young man? What you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing just underwear. Yeah. Can you describe the underwear for me? Trucker. It's important that I know this information. Oh, it's Fruit of the Loom. Yeah, are they tight? Are they tight, sir? I just gotta... You young kid, you don't know what the trucker's doing. Yeah, Canadian Goose, have you ever been in a big rig before? I'd like to pick you up and take you to Winchell's Donuts. Janis Joplin died on this date. Janis Joplin, she was a Capricorn. The icon of the 60s psychedelic rock, known for her rough sound. She had a rough one. Me and Bobby McGee, that was a big one, but she did a whole bunch. She was found dead in a landmark motor hotel in Hollywood by John Cook, one of her road managers. She was a smart woman. She attended Texas University. She did not get her diploma. Her legacies include an anti-consumerism song about Mercedes-Benz, as well as a romantic song. Go on, baby, take another piece of my heart now, baby. It'll make you feel good. She is in the 27 Club. Oh my God, Cindy Brown Ocean is here. Guys, say hi to my business partner, Cindy Brown Ocean, the only person besides me in my whole company that gives a crap about my company. Hi, Cindy. Cindy saved my ass for the last 2 weeks 1,000 times. Cindy is amazing. Janis Joplin joined the 27 Club. If you don't know what the 27 Club is, all these huge superstars died at the age of 27. Jimi Hendrix, 27. Kurt Cobain, 27. Jim Morrison, 27. Janis Joplin, 27. The list goes on and on and on. It was known as the 27 Club. Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn, I think, is the queen of country. I don't think anyone had any more #1 hits than her, but she had Coal Miner's Daughter was a big one. Singer and movie actress who was in the Coal Miner's Daughter and released more than 20. Can you imagine 20 #1 singles? I don't even know if the Beatles did that. 20 over the course of her career. Don't come home a drinking, and with loving on your mind. In other words, don't come home trying to get some all drunk, smelling like tobacco. Don't do it. Don't do it. Before fame, she raised a family. She received 4 Grammys, 7 American Music Awards, 12 Academy of Country Music Awards. Additionally, she was the first female country singer to earn a star on the Walk of Fame. She had a very severe drug addiction. that wasted a lot of her talent. Rembrandt, he was a Cancer. Masterful Dutch golden art painter and printer maker, best known for his works including the Night Watch, which is in a museum. Where's the place? In Amsterdam. And they had just cleaned it, and it was absolutely stunning. One of the greatest painters of all time. We're just going around the dial here. I'm trying to give you lemons out of lemonade. Hey, did anybody see my video last night? I cooked hamburger helper, and I used that chip, the one chip. The one chip. Rembrandt did love his toothpaste. Is that a toothpaste? I think it's a toothpaste. I had a one chip. It's the hottest chip in the world. $20. I had it in my backpack for 8 months. And yesterday I finally took the chip and I crushed it up and I sprinkled it on my hamburger helper stroganoff. It turned out great. If you got a chance to see it, make sure you do. If you make sure you leave a comment. If you didn't see it yet, make sure you do. It's a really great video on the delicious hamburger helper. I don't see nobody on here that I've ever heard of before. That's it. That's all she wrote. 21 dead in an Italian bus crash. Can you imagine? On a damn bus, 21 people. At least 21 people have died so far. Tuesday after a city bus carrying tourists, hey man, to a campground crashed off an overpass near Venice. I always wonder why when people walk by they go like this. They're literally walking by, looking like Mitch McConnell at me. I'm like, hi. Sometimes they stand right behind my camera and they stand. What's the news? Very creepy. The bus veered off the road and fell close to a railway line in the district of Maastricht, which is connected to Venice by a bridge. Officials said the vehicle fell 98 feet onto electrical lines. So it's bad enough you got to wreck the bus, you're getting tumbled around inside the bus. Nobody's wearing a seatbelt on a bus. And then you land on electrical lines. It's an apocalyptic. First time I've ever said that word. It's an apocalyptic scene. I'm speechless, said the mayor of Venice, Luigi Bergeramo, posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. The head of the local firefighters said the victims so far identified were Ukrainian tourists. You're a tourist from Ukraine and you... A man has been accused of breaking into a Washington Heights woman's apartment in April, is now being sought by police over her shocking shooting death. Also claimed the lives of her friend and one of her dogs. We talked about this yesterday. He killed a couple and their dog. I'm going to read it again because I said yesterday it would probably be an X. I wasn't sure. It's pretty personal when you kill a couple and their dog. A man accused of breaking into a Washington Heights woman's apartment in April is now being sought by police over the shocking shooting death, which also claims the lives of her dogs. Lena Moore, 31, was charged. Lanu Moore, 31, was charged with assault and attempted burglary for allegedly kicking in the front door of Jackie Bellini's Washington Heights home back in April. He attacked her and two of her family members. Less than 6 months later, cops are seeking his as a person of interest in the killing of the couple and her dog. I think we should just call it a day. Let's cut our losses while we can. It's really, really, really hot. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank you all for getting me to 2,000. I want to thank Rev, who's been instrumental. Rev and I are going to put up like 30 videos from my old channel, things from the vault, that I think you're going to like. So we're going to be putting up some really cool videos. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. I ask you to all please be kind and loving to each other. Thank you, Nyan. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Valerie. I love you all very much. Brown Ocean, what are you doing here? Aren't you working? Brown Ocean works 7 days a week. I guarantee you she's rich. Brown Ocean's fine and rich. I guarantee it. She don't miss no days off. Many times I'll be trying to get a shift covered, and one of my partners or managers will call me and say, Bob, we got no one in town tonight. I say, call Cindy. Because Cindy is, most of the time, she'll do it, just to be nice. And Cindy, I owe you big time, and I thank you so much. I hope that you all have a blessed day. Continue to be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself. Cindy, have you ever seen me be a jerk? Cindy Brown Ocean, have you ever seen me, because you know me in real life. These guys just know the Boogie Bob, the huge superstar YouTuber. Cindy Brown Ocean, have you ever seen me be unkind or mean-spirited towards any human being other than yourself? Thank you, Steve. I'm not leaving until Cindy answers. Hi, Joe. Hi, Nyan. Hi, Valerie. Cindy says, yes, I do. Cindy has seen me be mean. Honeybee's in the house. Cindy, screw you, Cindy. All right, sorry. Please be kind. We'll talk again. God bless you. Cindy betrayed me. I can't believe it. Said all those nice things about Cindy, and then Cindy sits here and throws me under the bus.